Hmm. Do I look dapper enough, guys and girls? I'm just making sure I'm okay for the camera. So everybody, my friend just said, like, if you're looking for your hero, ladies, if you're looking for your hero, be prepared to have somebody to come on and slay your ego. And that's the truth. I'm just saying, because a healer has said to me lately that I'm in it's a very, very, and I was thinking, it's a positive relationship you're in. And I'm like, that's exactly the word I was thinking. Because, but it's actually the hardest, most toughest, most challenging, most expansive relationship of my life. And it's been very tough, like, to be honest. Like, it really has. It's been very, 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 very tough. But somehow we don't, we haven't abandoned or quit or left each other yet. Um, yeah, it's a toughie, like I just said, like, life isn't just all about happiness. Um, Brave and adventurous and like souls, like, come here for challenge, like for expansion. Like, life isn't just about just happy, easy life. We've come here as souls, like, looking for expansion. So, like, good day, Adam. So this is a live Facebook video that I'll share later on YouTube. But yeah, just remember, everybody, if you're in a hard, like, ship or hard place in life or in a relationship, just remember, like, your partner comes into your life deliberately to teach you, and so does vice versa. We both are catalysts for each other's expansion and learning and growing and deepening of the heart and awakening of the heart. We are the catalyst for the seeds to open up and for virtues to start to blossom and sprout. And it takes intention for us to grow, and a willingness. And that's why we have healers and friends and family to listen to us, and also for us to question our own thoughts, beliefs, and egos. To question how we're blaming the other person so much, because that's like the epitome of not awakening. The epitome of awakening um, is taking responsibility and accountability for our own actions, behaviors, feelings, and thoughts, etc. Actions, behaviors, and feelings, emotions. So yeah, in this video description, I just said, like, why I'm a hard ass, why I'm a stubborn hard ass in life, because I am not just out for just happiness. I'm not out for the easy road, the easy ride. I'm actually out for expansion, because expansion is fulfilling and satisfying, and working for something and earning something, like a really wonderful relationship or even a wonderful life, a wonderful emotional state, is earned. We're not just handed on a platter. So I want to soothe you, and I want to support you and be with you in offering a helping hand and a thumbs up, that if you're in a challenge in life and life's tricky, you're pretty much with everybody else who's pretty much the same thing. So don't worry, your guides and angels and loving beings, light beings around you and above, etc., they have your back. And just pray or ask for, like, guidance and help, and thank them for the help, and just, stick with things, as much as you feel it truly resonates. But yeah, get backup and support from friends, families, and healers. And know you're not the only one. And just put your best foot forward and work on your vibration. Work on your health, fitness, like body movement, stretching, qigong. These are things I've been doing lately. Chakra energy meditations, pretty simple stuff, not too complicated, actually, to be honest. Maybe I might put some links below. The microcosmic orbit I do to receive energy to my chakras, and I also do deep breathing, and I also do qigong every single day. I do the qigong every day and deep breathing, but I don't every day do the chakra meditation. But I also go into energy healers, probably in around once a month, there or thereabouts. Probably a little bit less than that, maybe once every month and a half. Sometimes there's obviously many, many months go without getting any. But yeah, don't get too disheartened with your challenges or your relationship. At the end of the day, you have to revere and honor your teacher, your partner, or maybe even your closest family members who trigger you the most. Because when we get, like, heavy and broody and like low or heavy or grumpy in our energy, and we're like sort of like very upset or angry or frustrated, or just like moody and broody because our partner's saying things, or it could be, a parent, or it could be someone else you're close to. They're triggering you. It's not like you can't blame them for your own emotions. You can only, like, give them part of the responsibility, and it's the smaller part, typically. Um, People who are very wounded and triggered, they're very sensitive and they're vulnerable. So then you have the power to hurt or to make emotions, and people who are very vulnerable and very wounded and very unaware. But when you're on the awakening path, you're on the healing path and the expansion path. You're on the up, but it takes effort to take responsibility and say, you have to question yourself very deeply. Get out of your patterns, your unconscious patterns, and you have to question yourself very deeply and look at yourself like, why am I getting so upset? Like, did they really have the power to make me this upset? That's what I did, and I discovered one of my biggest traumas from childhood, and that I felt, it doesn't really matter too much, but like I felt when I was upset and people knew, and then they didn't act all loving and kind and sweet to me and tender. I'm like, oh my god, you're abandoning me in my hour of need. Like I feel so like sad and upset and vulnerable, and you're still not saying sorry, and you're saying more mean things to me. So it's like I'm a victim, I'm wounded, like they're the bad enemy, they're the bad perpetrator who's like bad and wrong, and it's all this sort of stuff, So this is a pattern I've been learning to not like play in relationships. So thank goodness for that. So as we identify our triggers and our deepest childhood wounds, we truly elevate like in life enormously. And it just means it's more like peace and harmony in the relationship. It's more like just peace and harmony, and like that's really what you want emotionally within yourself. So lately what I'm learning is, like I said earlier, like don't just blame someone else for being highly emotional or in a conversation. I'm also learning Imago and like just a bit more practice of non-violent communication, which I already am familiar with. But I'm learning to say like, am I coming into the room or the house or the situation with a demeanor or an energy, a low energy or tiredness, or a sort of like downery type of feeling or energy in my mood, like a broody moodiness, like not that I'm like actually acting grumpy, but is my reaction and response like grumpy, is like intolerant and like, what is wrong with you, like that type of feeling, even if you don't say like it's all your fault, like what's wrong with you, like we just shut up, like like that type of intolerant, sharp pushing away energetically. It's like, it's you, like just stop, it's all your fault. That type of sort of broody group moodiness, Or do you have a more lighter, like brighter type of like happier, friendlier, and more like tolerant and heart-centered, like patience? Or are you just like impatient? Because I know I did a little bit this lately when I'm just like, but luckily I identified in the moment a bit and I brightened up. But yeah, like people, what you give out, you get back. So just remember that. So that's how I that's my friend Steven said that, and I just thought, like with my partner, what energy was I giving out? Because they were acting a certain way, which I didn't think was very good. Obviously, like obviously they were like upset or triggered too. But the point was, well, if I gave and fed them different energy, then maybe they'd give back what I'm giving out. And I know that's true, because my heart hero and inspiration peace pilgrim would say, people respond by the energy you like give to them, basically. Like if you're kind, people tend to be kind. If you tend to be light-hearted and like friendly and heart-centered, people will tend to be able to be more like that back. But if you're going to be really like unfriendly and like belligerent and impatient, people are going to get frustrated and similar to you. So if you're going to give a heavy energy, people have a heavy energy with you. So yeah, it's just like so important to recognize this and make sure you take responsibility. And we have a plan and a preparation and intention to bring forward a better energy and mood and a lighterness of our being instead of a heaviness when we're having conversations or dealing with people. So blaming and acting as if they're all wrong and they're to blame is a heavy energy, and being broody and moody about it, and then just grumpy and acting the victim and blaming them as if they're the wrong person. That's like the recipe for complete disaster and breakdown of relationships and harmony and peace. It's the recipe for arguments. If you're going to have the lighter energy and take responsibility for our own emotions instead of pinning it and blaming on someone else making all of our emotions, that is the recipe for love and enlightenment and positivity, and it's the recipe for connection and making a lovely relationship in life. It really is. So try and bring the energy you bring to your best or closest friends, and you're very happy and light and bright and maybe funny and just like happy. Try bring that to your partner, and especially, or whoever triggers you most in life, whoever you're close to. It could be your parent, it could be your it could be your child, it could be a co-worker in work, anything like that. So try have that like sort of cheerful, like, or upbeat, or friendly, respectful, kind, like sweeter energy. And I promise you, cultivate that and practice it, and you're really going to make huge benefits and dividends in your life. And you're going to be loving other people, because this is a form of love, giving good energy. That's loving and nurturing. So, yeah, I'll leave this video with that. And somebody, Aidan, says it is the mumbling Irish seaman who is shipwrecked in Ireland. That's so funny. That's the type of thing I say. I say a whole lot of mumbo jumbo, like, in life, and I make loads of people laugh every day. I just say a whole lot of like bullshit, a whole lot of ridiculousness. Sometimes I just say things, the first thing that comes to my mind. But to be honest, like, yeah, I think I'm really funny, like, to be honest, because like when I say things that I find are very funny, so that's why I think I'm very funny. But obviously everybody can be funny, but it's taken me like 13 years to break free of the confines of like fear of what other people think, and like what you're supposed to do in society, and how you're supposed to act, and how you're supposed to behave. Can't do this, can't do that, can't, and just like be free and loose, but like sort of like loving, friendly, and respectful too. People always like feel my playful energy. I'm like a little gnome or like a leprechaun. It's like imagine a group of people and there's just one person, like people having a serious conversation, and there's just one person like kind of like, not that I do that, but with that type of energy, people like, what's so funny? Like, and then I joke as like people think this guy's having a great laugh. He's like in a really good mood and humor and finds something really funny. He's just being so silly. He's inviting me to come out and play, and like it's so non-intrusive. It's so non-judgmental. It's so like equal, like heart to heart, like human to human, soul to soul. There's no like boundaries or walls or borders or like facades or masks. Like I'm this job title and you're that job titler. It's just like pure innocent, like one to one, like childlike and inner child, and it's just so like lovely and endearing. That's probably one of my favorite qualities about myself, which is I've cultivated over a long time. 33. Aidan says, say 33. 33. So yeah, I love like just like people who like join in and play and like have fun and laugh. And I think the other one of my other favorite qualities about myself is the willingness to grow and expand, and just tough it out a little bit. And the third one, not in order, but my favorite one, giant favorite, would be like just like feeling living from my heart. Like that's my favorite one really. Like it's not the funny thing. My favorite thing about myself is like just being caring, like gentle, loving, sincere, honest person. Really, just caring, like just really caring about people and Gaia and animals, and just loving nature and all that sort of stuff. Just like wanting the best for people, and like not wanting to hurt anyone, like just gentle. I was told lately I'm a sunbeam. Like makes sense why I'm so slim, and the cold water is like the enemy of the sun, of fire. But that makes sense why I'm so slim, like less fat, because I'm a sunbather, and like yeah, I'm like my multidimensional self, and I am like one of these sun beings or solar beings. And she said, like the healer, who's also a channel, like that these are like beautiful, like lovely yellow beings, and I am one of them. Like they're really, really gentle and peaceful, and like loving species, and like I'm exactly like them, peaceful, loving, and gentle. She said, like, and you are one of them. And I know that now. No wonder I'm always attracted to the light and the sun, and like sunbathing and taking off my top, or like I absolutely adore Mother Nature and all of nature, plants, animals, insects, microorganisms. Like humans, I love them too. But I just have a special connection with the sun out of all the natural elements, I just love the sun. I love the light. I love the space. I love the openness. I just love the feeling of the warmth of the sun on my skin. Oh, man, I'm telling you. Whereas my friend Stephen and my mum are water creatures, and my mum got the reading and healing lately. She's so good. She really is. I really recommend this lovely lady. But she's like, mum loves water, and that's been her therapy and healing all of her life. And yeah, and what I said to her, I wouldn't be surprised if like water beings, or you're like a water being, like part of your multidimensional self, or like part of your essence, your higher self, your essence. And yeah, dolphins came to her, and like whale consciousness and dolphin consciousness, like beautiful consciousness, And I don't know, I just love like the yellow. It's my favorite color too, But before yellow, it's like white, or white's still my favorite color with yellow, and it's just all about the sun and the light and the brightness, I don't know. White for me represents like purity and angelic or angels, and like it's just like purity, like transparency, honesty, light, truth. shining, angelic, you know. Pureness, purity, I love that. But yellow also in gold and that type of thing represents gold. Used to be my favourite colour when I was a teenager. But gold and the sun, just yellow, I mean, represents the sun, you know, gold, warmth. The colour down here, our chakra, joy, happiness. Maybe even, I'm sure, the inner child and play is down there, yellow, like it's like innocent fun, play, and happiness and joy. But really, it's not just about that, it's really just about the colour of the sun. And maybe because I part myself as a yellow, multi-dimensional solar being, a sun being. And I love the way the healer said, like, they're just like so peaceful and gentle. It's like gentle, very gentle, loving, peaceful beings. So I just feel like I'm at that. I really am, like, that's me. One of the things I hate the most is to cause anybody hurt in life. That's the way I've been for a long time, you know. It hurts me to hurt other people, and I feel sad if I hurt anybody or make mistakes or accidents and I hurt people through my behaviour, my unconscious behaviour. And I always definitely say sorry, like, substantially enough. I always strive for self-improvement. That's another, like, as I was saying earlier, one of my favourite qualities about myself. Just strive for expansion and self-improvement. I really deeply want to become a better person, like a more expanded state of who I can be and compared to who I was. I want to grow. I want to expand. So that's why I have a lot of lessons in this lifetime. Yeah. There's a yellow rose and a beautiful apple tree and some nice colourful plants and beautiful green trees. I love the blue sky and the white clouds. Anyway, everyone, lots of love. Thanks for watching. If you feel welcome to share this video, if you feel like anyone else would like or enjoy listening to me, my energy, or sharing the information in this video. Personally, I'd love it if you did, because I just feel like what I'm sharing is really valuable. And I do feel sometimes like my work or the information I share, which I know is life-changing, 100%, doesn't get the necessarily the recognition or the reciprocation that I feel it deserves. But that's okay. You know, I definitely do get an awful lot of love back, but yeah, that's okay. All part and parcel of the journey. Okay, have a nice day, everyone. Lots of love to you, and thanks for watching. And have a beautiful day. If you have any questions or comments, just feel welcome to write them down below, or to connect with me on social media like Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Subscribe, and that'll be in the descriptions. And say hello or send me a private message if you feel like it too, because I'm open and I welcome my lovely, beautiful human family. So, one love, one family, one unconditional, beautiful big ball of love for all of the universe, and one beautiful family of all the animals, plants, creatures, and humans and beings all over the entire universe. That's the name of my YouTube channel, and that's what I represent. One love, one family.